Hi, I swear I have the most temperamental button ever. How are you today? Good? Anything? I'd love to hear about it. You're here. We could talk if you want. I am here today for a medical update and I guess a little BS session, a little what's going on in life because they're all, you know, I'm not gonna the whole story because you've been here, I assume, and if you haven't, I have Ehlers Danlos Syndrome. I had one doctor. I had seen him for 43 years since I was 8. I am 51, and he treated me for my Ehlers Danlos, and he retired, and I got about 6 weeks notice on that, which for like the things that I needed to get in line to leave him, which I didn't think would happen. I'll be honest with you. I am 51. My doctor is now 75, and him being a doctor and being healthy and thin and, you know, not like eating salmon and whatnot, being healthy, I honestly thought I would go before my doctor. I did. And he actually, my grandmother, maternal grandmother, found him. So he has seen my grandmother, my mother, me, and my daughter. He saw 4 generations of our family, and poof, he's gone. But I have abandonment issues. We'll get to that. So I'm having a hard, just trying to get everything into place. And we had a fall through with a doctor that I thought I had with a prior authorization, but the insurance company decided to deny that. Now, I made 30, it was either 30 or 31, the kids and I were counting one day, to find the doctor I need in my state. And after, it was again 30 or 31, we found a doctor in my state that is qualified where I need them to be qualified in the field and is taking new patients. That was the problem. Nobody's taking new patients. I don't know why. But yeah, I could not find help with that. We did start physical therapy last week, and what a shit show that was. Oh wow. Oh wow. It didn't start good. It was good for 5 minutes, and then just no. I go in, my daughter and I go in because, my daughter's always with me, and God bless her soul for taking care of me. I feel so bad. She should have had like 20 more years, before like you're dealing with your sick mom and you got to deal with the mortality. It's not a healthy mindset. Anywho, my daughter and I are in the physical therapy office, and the lady who's going to be my physical therapist is like, doing the interview thing, which I appreciate. So we get to family, and she wants my family history. And I said, well, I don't have any. I have my children. And she goes, no, I mean your family history, like your family tree. And I said, yes, there are none. I have one aunt. That's it. That's my family, my children. She goes, where's your mother? I said, gone. She goes, well, how did she die? Excuse me, I don't think that's your business. So then my father, how'd your father die? Now this I did tell, and I only did this because I know it shocks people when they hear it. I didn't even know I didn't have a dad, okay? I didn't know I didn't have a dad because I had the world's best uncles. I had 2 uncles, and let me tell you, I didn't know that my dad was dead until I went to school, and I learned because I got picked on for it. My dad was killed in a construction accident. He was working a few jobs when my mom she had me, she had my sister, and he was young, he was 25, and unfortunately I was 3, and he got killed on site. It was, I don't want to say it happens because it was a very, very freak accident, and I hope it never happens to anybody else. But when I'm going to physical therapy, not the shrink, a shrink, I don't want to talk about this shit. This is not, this is not the mode I need to be. I need to be in workout mode. So we get through this bullshit. She did know what Ehlers Danlos was, which is a huge plus. I appreciate that in a doctor. And we realized that any exercise she made me do wasn't going to work. Because even getting to her some days was too painful. Like the days, when the weather's bad and your hips and knees are so bad, like the pants or shorts or whatever it is, you don't want, you can't really wear a dress to physical therapy. Well, I guess you could, but it wouldn't be very smart. So we tried, she really tried to accommodate me. She did, but it wasn't working because she stood me up. This was so embarrassing, but I had the pink 1 pound, 1 single pound weights in my hands like this, up high, because they're high for me. Let's go back, sorry. And I had to go like this, out and in, out and in. I'm dislocating that whole time. My shoulders and elbows, they're dislocating. That's physical therapy is supposed to stop that. And the dislocating, the reason I can sit through that is because that's not really the painful part. Like a dislocation is and it's over, right? A subluxation is that's it. The joint becomes dislocated, but it hasn't relocated to where it's going, and it's just in the middle. That is called subluxation. That is the most painful thing ever, ever. I have it the worst in my shoulders and in my knees. It's bad. And unfortunately, the physical therapy just made it so much worse. It aggravated symptoms we've had under control for like 6 years now. It wasn't good. And I'm a little pissed off, actually. My last appointment, I left hysterical. That's why my daughter wouldn't let me go back. I found out that the Lady Lou didn't even have my films. She didn't have my freaking films. What did she have to me do? She could have hurt me. Because she said, oh, hop up on the table. Your spine's fine, right? No. She said, what's wrong with your spine? I said, well, my T-spine, my thoracic, I said, every one of them is either bulging, burst, or fusing in the thoracic spine, because there's only an 11% chance it's going to be your thoracic spine. It's usually the cervical or the lumbar, right? So like, she didn't even have my films, and she had me working out, and I think that was really dangerous. I'm kind of pissed off at the rheumatologist, who I haven't gotten along with since I met her. Now, I went to her, if you remember, in May, and she gave me all the things to do, of which I've done all except the labs. I have to go to the lab, which is cool, but I can't have freaking coffee. Well, I can have coffee. I can't have sugar in it. So I don't know what to do, because I wake up and I have coffee. Like, I have to get out of the house. Maybe my daughter will just throw me in the car and bring me over, and we'll get that done, because I'm due to see her again on August 9th. Now, August 3rd is another important appointment. We actually tacked down a geneticist. And what's important about the geneticistness of my disease is generally it's inherited. And we have my family going by, nobody in my family ever had any of the problems I have. But it can also be a birth defect. It can be a congenital anomaly, but it should still show in my my DNA or my genome or whatever the hell they're going to look at after they swab my mouth. So I have that, and that's going to be the final. I mean, like I said, say there's 10 criteria, you have to meet 10 points for Ehlers Danlos. I'm 9 of them. I haven't had the genetic testing yet. I'm really not big on it. But the doctor wants it done, so I will do it. I will do anything the doctor says because I want to feel better, of course. But I will not be doing physical therapy. The Y across from the physical therapy, though, has a heated pool for people with severe arthritis. I don't have severe arthritis, but I have Ehlers Danlos Syndrome. And what that does is it mimics severe arthritis. That is kind of the deal you get, but you get it with dislocations, subluxations, and your soft tissues are no good. Your ligaments, your tendons, your cartilage, because your body doesn't process collagen. That's what Ehlers Danlos is. That's why I have lost my hair twice now. I had mentioned this. I mentioned it really quick a couple months ago in a video that I thought I'd be having to lose my hair again, and that kind of upsets me because it's been a while, as you can see. You see how damaged it grows in too. But it was touch and go with the hair, but it looks like I'm gonna be able to keep it, which makes me very happy. It really does. But anyway, this soft tissue, this collagen, because it doesn't digest right. Anybody with my disease with Ehlers Danlos, we can eat collagen all day, take the pills, take the powders, doesn't matter. The body doesn't process it correctly, so we don't have it in the skin. That's why I have like the stretch marks and the gross things I have on my face that upset me so much, and everywhere else on my very thin skin, like see-through. I bruise very easily. I can do all that gross bar tricks that, doing this behind your back with your hands and stuff that I learned in gymnastics when I was 8. I didn't know it was a disease. Neither did my doctor, though. It was a 20-year diagnosis it took him. It's a tough disease. It's a very rare disease, but I think 1, 2, and 3 could have added up a little quicker because it's not just the joints. He was watching my joints disintegrate and telling me, Maddie, you gotta lose weight. You gotta this, you gotta that, because he didn't know how to make it better or why it was happening. And then one day he looks at me, he goes, can you touch your thumb to your wrist? I said, excuse me. He goes, this thing, and he starts messing with his hands. And I went, oh, this? See, my thumb is touching my wrist. I went, you mean this? And he goes, oh my God. He goes, can you bend your pinky backwards? I said, of course. It goes all the way back. He goes, and he starts looking through my chart, and he goes, I know what you have. I know what's wrong with you. And I was like, what? And he goes, it's Ehlers Danlos Syndrome. I go, what the frig is that? I didn't know what that shit is. I do now. So yeah, I have to wear a heart monitor for up to 14 days because I have a non-specific arrhythmia. I've had this since I had heart surgery in the 90s. It's not a big deal. I tried to tell the cardiologist that, but money. So I have to wear the monitor, which is a lot different now. Now it's just like a sticker that goes on your right where your heart is or whatever. Back in my day, you had all the suction pads of an EKG, and you had like it was almost like a purse, a little bag you could put around your neck or your shoulder, and it had a box in it that was recording your heart. Now they can do that in a little, my God, the thing is like, it's this big, it's like 5 inches, and it's gonna go right on my heart, and it's gonna measure it for 2 weeks, unless I get it wet or screw it up. So that's that. So that was physical therapy and pain management. I think we've been through. I found out I was denied. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. I apologize if I did, but I did find one. He is in a different everything. I'm from New Jersey. I live in Morris County. Morris County is like the north center of New Jersey. I have to go all the way to New Brunswick. New Brunswick is the last exit off at 287 before it turns into the shore points for the Parkway. I'm going to a different freaking area code. When I called, I was like, do I really? Hello? But I did. I called everywhere. And when I called the insurance company back for more doctors, they're like, oh, you don't have a geneticist. You don't have the, the pain management I need. You don't have this doctor. And they would just widen the searches. And this one, I think, was a 50 mile. They start with 10 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I guess he's within 50, 60 miles of me. That could be good. I should take my daughter down the shore after we go. Oh yes, so I have that. I'm sorry, that appointment. I have the geneticist August 3rd, the rheumatologist August 9th. That we didn't get along at all. We're gonna try her again, my daughter and I, and see if maybe she just had a bad day or she was busy, because as a first-time patient, I just expected a little more than we talked about. And I just don't like the fact she brought up her survey halfway through my visit. You know, like, okay, I'm gonna get a survey. What doctor like has to pimp that? So instead of getting pissed, I probably should have felt bad. So I'm gonna try her again, and all my test results, like all this shit I've been doing, is all going back to her. And I'm having it sent though to my new PCP. My cardiologist wanted in on it, but like, he doesn't need it. He yelled at me for being there. So yeah, he doesn't need it. So they're getting all the information, and I guess on August 9th, they'll hopefully tell me something. I don't know what, because we don't have a lot of treatment options and shit, but they'll tell me something at least, and we'll go from there. Now, on June 22nd, my daughter came home from work. My daughter works late, and it was about 11 o'clock at night, and she came home, and she goes, Mom, I hit a car. Did you what? She goes, I hit a car. She was parking backwards, and a company truck. We live in like a townhouse thingy, so they have trucks on site for their maintenance and all that. For whatever reason, their commercial vehicles were over in the people lot, and my daughter was backing up, and it's like this huge Ford, what is it, 350 F-150, it's a huge black truck, and she just barely scratched it. Like, honestly, after looking at it, I didn't even know if the note we did leave was warranted. Oh, we have an insurance story. So she comes in to the house. She goes, what do I do? I go, well, gee, I was taught to leave a note. Maybe we should leave a note. You know, we live here. They have cameras. Leave the note. So we leave the note, and, you know, we're doing everything and talking to insurance, and they're talking to insurance, and I am. And apparently, when I got my policy, for whatever reason, however I did this, I didn't have my daughter on it. My son is on it. He's younger than her. I'm on it. He's on it. This is the car insurance. For whatever reason, that day on the computer, my daughter didn't make it onto my insurance, or whatever it was. You know, so she gets in this thing, so I call and say, hi, it's been an accident with my car, and we're doing all this. And she goes, oh, your daughter isn't on your policy. I'll add her immediately, and we'll handle this. Cool. I don't know what that means. Ooh, I got a letter, a very strongly worded letter, letting me know that Progressive will no longer cover me because I lied and tried to hide a person in my home. I can't believe that. I have never. So apparently, as of August 9th, they will not be insuring me anymore. One mistake on a fucking computer. And this letter, I'm going to be honest with you, it made me cry. It did. I had like tears. I felt like such a shit person. The way it was worded, that I intentionally would ever let my daughter be without car insurance, is like, that's anathema to me. I mean, my God, she health and her well-being and all that shit. I didn't do that on purpose. So they think I did, or, well, they sent me a letter saying I did. So I will be going to another insurance company the week before that, but I am still going to owe them money somehow. I don't know, but I believe they're not even covering the accident because they're saying I was deceitful and all these things. And honest to God, I wasn't. Why would I have one kid on and not the other? You know what I mean? And the younger one, she was driving like 2 years before him. it was just a mix-up. And yeah, that letter, it made me cry. And I'm really not a crybaby. I'm really actually tough, believe it or not. I know we talk a little. I'm pretty fucking tough. And I had some tears. I did. So let's get off of that. That was not happy. Speaking of my baby, my son, he turned 22 last week. So we had a little thing, and my baby's 22. I can't believe it. I cannot believe that. I can't believe it's like a big man person now. He's like 6.5 feet tall. Like, where's my little 21-inch bean? It's gone. And, oh, you know what I'm thinking? And I know this is really odd, but I've been checking out some news. I don't like the mainstream media. I like to I like WeOn News is really good. I think it's out of India, but I watch a lot of different news things. And what was I getting to? Oh my goodness. I forgot. Please don't hate me. And if you're laughing, I'm sorry. I genuinely forgot. And I have oh, I remember now, because I have notes. I have notes, because I know I'm going to forget. Now I remember. I have been watching images of China, the floods. Oh my God. Oh my God. Villages of people are just being washed away. I am convinced. I am all but convinced. If it hasn't crumbled, I swear that Three Gorges Dam is broken or malfunctioning. Something's going on, because every levee and dam and everything beneath it is breaking. Like, there's an order, and then all of a sudden, no more breaking, and I just don't think it's fine. I don't. And some of those images, I don't recommend them. They're horrifying. They're just horrifying. I feel so bad for these people. It's terrible over there right now. And oh my God. And Ukraine. Now, I don't know if I heard propaganda or not, but I did hear on a news station that Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, fired 651 staff members, thinking they were treasonous. I don't know if that's true or not. I hope it's not. But I've got to look into that, because that still has me in a tizzy, that whole thing over there. I can't lie. I thought it would be over in 4 days. 5. I really did. I mean, this is fucking Russia. Russia. They can't do shit. They didn't do shit. Well, they're getting there. But for all intents and purposes, let me tell you, so those Ukrainians are some tough motherfuckers. You keep going. Keep fighting, guys. We support you. I do. My kids do too. So I think that is everything. My nerves, like I said, the physical therapist triggered a bunch of issues I haven't had in up to 6 years. So I'm just like working through those now. It's a lot of shooting nerves and shit. Fun. Like I'll jump. I'll think somebody threw something hot at my leg, or something cold hit my arm, or whatever it is. It's freaky. It's stupid, and it's part of my disease, and I just have to deal with it. So I'm gonna get my clicker. We know what this means, right? Do we think it's, you know what? Okay, 20 minutes. I think we have a chance. So I'm gonna smile. I'm not feeling too happy. I'm gonna try and give you a little bit of a smile, and we're gonna peace out, okay? If you want to talk about absolutely anything I talked about, or you want to talk about, or anything, please feel free. I know that I don't have any subscribers. I don't know why. And even all of my views are non-returning viewers. I don't know. If you're a returning viewer, you could let me know that. That'd be great, because I think my stats are screwed up. I don't know. I just watch them for fun. I don't do this for money or anything. This is not for money, so there better not be ads anywhere in my videos either. Please tell me if that ever happens. That is it. Have a wonderful everything, okay? And please take care of you and each other and everybody else. And let's just take care of everybody, okay? Take care of you.